everybody. How you doing? Welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab. Every once in a while, as creators, we will send each other stuff, or in this case, it's a family member of ours who sent me something. He tends to do this around the holidays, and he'll also do it at the drop of a hat, for no damn reason at all. Guy named Chris Scheetz. Chris does all of the characters, all of the artwork for the cartoons of myself, of Andre, of my wife, and all the other sort of people who flow in and out of this loose conflagration of YouTube channels, which have become friendly. And he also has a group called Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit, which has a Facebook page. Please go check them out, see what they do. He will show up to conventions and hospitals and anything else. They all have real, 60-pound proton accelerators on their backs. And they're done up in the full gear. And he actually drives a car that's done up like the Ghostbusters thing. In fact, yeah, I have one right here. So, I encourage you to go check out what Chris does. He also maintains a YouTube channel, but he doesn't post very often unless he's gone to a good convention or something like that. He posts when he's got something to say. And we just love you, Chris. Thank you very much for being a part of our family. It has nothing to do with your generosity, although that certainly doesn't hurt your record any. Anyway, he does a lot of selfless things, so please go check him out and give his group a little eye. Chris sent me this box about a week ago, and I have been sitting on it, and I am sorry, Chris, like real life has been getting in the way. And then Annie and I went to Portland for the weekend and completely missed Nazar's fundraiser and the whole nine. So sorry about that. Whenever you're using a blade, I haven't said this on the channel in a very long time, but I need to again. Whenever you're using a blade of any sort, even this gross one that's had the tip knocked off of it and etc., always remember to put the cap back on immediately when you're finished. It doesn't matter if you're going to pick it up in 2 or 3 seconds again. Always put the cap on. Get into the habit of that. Okay? I'm not kidding. And always be careful with blades. Your life can change very quickly. The wrong cut in the wrong place. So, I think I kind of know what this is going to be because he sent. Lord, okay, I didn't know it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be like that. Mail call from Chris is always amazing. And oh my gosh, this is so much fun. And I am going to engage with my wife with this. We have nothing to do on Christmas. We're going to do all of our family stuff sort of off the actual day, and all of our kids and grandkids and etc. are all going to spend, Christmas Day in their homes doing their traditional morning celebrations and stuff. So we'll sit around and color in Batman pictures. That's neat. That's going to be fun. That's good. Thank you, Chris. And then this was, okay, very good. He sent me a text Chris lives in an area where there's lots of hobby shops, nerd shops, and other things like that. So he's got all of this access to a lot of dollar bin books and stuff. So he sent me some comic books, and I'm going to show you this brick here momentarily when I can get the tape off. If I'm very careful with my blade. Okay, y'all ready to see the redhead? Say, if you ever wanna hear God laugh out loud, try being a ginger and announcing your plans to the world. Always cut away from yourself and downward instead of up like I've just been doing. I should have done a little further prep on this. I thought I was kind of being slick, kind of taking the artwork off the box, and I thought, and the other thing about these box openings, folks, is that there's no going back, there's no second tries, there's no edits. Part of the laugh is to try to watch people struggle with how you mail something. Oh my God. I'm trying to be so careful. Because if I do cut myself, Jersey will feel terrible, but Andre will laugh, and that's just not worth anything. That is not worth it. You don't want him to laugh. His face squinches up. He does this weird thing with his voice. It's really unsettling. Oh my God. Bruh. This is like the best tape ever. Not drop my blade. But see, luckily it has at least it has the cap on it, so that now that I can't find it, at least I won't cut myself. There it is. What was I doing? I'm still struggling with it. If you watch my regular show, it's not like this. Part of the exchange, if you will, part of the exchange rate comes with tangling with stuff on camera and not cutting it out and affording Chris a nice deep laugh. Still connected? Yeah. All right. Holy shit. All right. So, All right, I'm gonna break through these pretty quickly now because I owe it to you, the viewer. Ooh. Starting off, Chris and I have a similar childhood in that we both became touched with the micronauts disease, and we both like loved those action figures when we were younger. He has actually put a few back together again from spare parts culled from people who had different parts of them. He's actually put one back together. I'm so proud of that, you know, that he cared that much. And believe me, it's not an easy thing to do. For these particular figures, they were action figures that were taken from other Japanese properties. They were mashed together, kind of a little like Transformers. And they had various and different sundry characters and robots and connective devices and vehicles. I mean, it was G.I. Joe for space nerds. So he scored me a bunch of these. Wow, these are beautiful. Thank you so much. And then the next set here is, let me just put them in order, but oh my gosh, you really found a bunch. Wow. Okay. I have another viewer out there. Is it you, Yeti, maybe, that likes the Warlord stuff too? I had mentioned to Chris that I was looking for some Warlord stuff if he found it cheap, and he did, and he picked up several issues. So let me just kind of show those to you now. That's issue number 7, or no, excuse me, that's issue number 5. So that's really kick-ass. 5, number 7, and you know, these are sort of akin to the Moorcock characters, or say John Carter from Edgar Rice Burroughs, sort of a guy who's taken out of his own time and space, and he drops into a hole in the world and finds this alternate reality inside the earth. And it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. And so I have been quietly picking these up. It seems like every time I make announcements as to some of the things that I'm collecting, you know, and I'm not claiming any kind of prescience in this, believe me, but it seems like the prices go up on the books that I'm collecting. This one is from 1982. It is the annual number 1 for Warlord. Oof. Such a beautiful bunch of books. Jersey, thank you so much. This has been an amazing year. It's been an amazing year for the channel. It has been an amazing year for my family. It has been an amazing year for all of us. And Chris, you, my wife Annie, definitely kicked me in the head this morning and said, you know, you really do need to show appreciation to Chris. And I said, well, I do it every couple of weeks or so, it seems like, but okay, honey, I'll make sure. And she said, no, you need to make sure to tell him how much his thoughtfulness and his absolutely, you know, the heart You're like the heart of our circle, Jersey. You really are. And thank you very much for the artwork, most of all the artwork, because that's really giving of yourself and your talents and your time. My brother is an artist. He's a painter. So believe me, I understand. And again, Annie, last night, she caught sight of the Commander Steele mock-up that you've done of me. And she said, where did that come from? And I said, the same place they all come from, honey. I've gotten one other piece of artwork out there that I use in my thumbnails and stuff, but for the most part, across an entire 260 episode year, which we are quickly rounding out, I have used Chris's artwork. And I've tried to give you credit as often as I can throughout the year when my brain fires on all three cylinders. Somebody boots the squirrels out in the springtime because they've been making nests in there. Anyway, I don't want to get too greasy or... I'm not crying, you're crying. But we love you very much, Chris. And thank you very much. And thank all the rest of you for coming to check out what will now be an episode of Cameron's Comics, as well as episode 19 and counting down to the end of season 3 and the beginning of season 4. We're not going anywhere. We're just going to try to get a little better. That's all. So please hit the subscription button below. Thank you very much. Tell your friends and family, and tell your friends and family that you love them. Okay? Thank you very much. I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, let's try this again.